Hi, this is bsicotte with Terracom, and in this quick video, I'm going to go over the benchtop inspection scopes available from Viavi Solutions. These are the benchtop microscopes that we're talking about, the FV series. The best way to get there, well, I like to go to the Terracom website, and then I go under Partners, and then I just look for Viavi here. And then what you can do is you can go into the products and services, and you can look for things like fiber optic testers, fiber optic inspection and cleaning is probably a good place to start. And here's all the inspection and cleaning products that we have. Okay, so I want to concentrate on these FV microscopes. These are for single connectors. We have an FVAM for MPO type connectors, and so I've already jumped in to a picture that talks about the three different microscopes that we have. Okay, so VFAI is a benchtop microscope. A stands for automatic focus, and the 2030 is actually the zoom rate. Right, so this is a 30 times zoom, and we'll get into why you would want a 30 times zoom. And then this is a 400 times zoom. A is automatic focus, and this is a 400 times zoom. D is manual focus. That's the only difference between these two. So if we go ahead, we can go ahead and jump into one of these, all right, but they all go to the same landing page. All right, so let's go to resources and let's take a look at the data sheet, because the data sheet's going to tell us what's important. Now, so when would you want to use a 30 times microscope? This is a pretty new product for us, and the 30 times microscope, initially we started making microscopes that were 200 times and 400 times so that you could zoom in on the core and see any scratches or imperfections on the core. That's great, but the other problem that you have with cleaning and inspecting is contamination from fiber to fiber and fiber to connection. And in that case, the 200 times and the 400 times were not zooming in enough, or I'm sorry, was zooming in too much, and they were missing what was going on outside on the ferrule here. And the chamfer, you can see the chamfer on the ferrule here. So what the 30 times does is it allows you to look at the whole ferrule and the core, and you can control contamination that way. So for contamination containment, the 30 times is a good choice. And then for looking for scratches and imperfections in the core, the 400 times, the 2400 is a really good choice. Okay, they have automated analysis in them, and the autofocus unit, when you push the autofocus, you can actually set it up so that when you insert a fiber, it will automatically autofocus, and then you go ahead and you can run the test. It has all the testing parameters inside of it. And it will save the data inside, but there's also connections so that you can go to USB. Let's see if we have a picture of the back of the units here. Sorry for my scrolling. I've got a, so here we go. It's just an inspect button up here. Okay, let's get to the back and see. Oh, they don't have a picture of the back. Anyway, so there's USB coming out of the back, and you can put an external monitor on. There's a little monitor here. Okay, I will send links that have this data sheet and some other information. I think there's some other interesting stuff here. This inspection guide's pretty important. You'll want to take a look at this because this will show you all the tips that go with the scopes, and the scopes take the FMax adapters, I believe. Oh, there's the back right there. So VGA output, USB output, USB input, power, so on. Okay, and so let's see what type of tips these take, but I believe they take the FMax tips. Yes, they do. So here are all the FMax tips, and when you go to our tip brochure here, you can choose all the FMax tips. I think it comes standard with a universal 2.5 millimeter connection, but or a tip, but you can go ahead and purchase other ones and screw them on. Let me just get down there. The FMax were a nice upgrade because they went from plastic to being aluminum. They're much more robust. Okay, so here's a couple of things here. There's an LCPC, there's an LCAPC. Here's a sliding LCPC, so you can plug in a dual. You can plug in a dual, and you can just slide it back and forth and inspect one connector and then the other. Okay, so this kind of gives you an idea of what these things will do. And then, of course, we have an MPO version that I'm not covering in this video. But if there's any questions, go ahead and reach out to us. You can reach me at bsicotte, bsicotte @terracom.com, or if you go to the Terracom webpage, you can go to the regional line card section, and all of our all of our contact information is there. So all of our line cards are here, and our contact information is here. And so you can just pick the person in your territory. The final thing I would point out is that we do have a lot of resources on the web page, including a few of these types of videos that talk about different products that we have, different products that our principals sell, and just quick little technical informations, white papers, things like that. Okay, I hope this was helpful.